Well, welcome everybody back to the Flying Doghouse. It's time for another first look on a cold and dark start in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Today, we're going to take a look at the Cirrus SR-22. Let's get going. So, what would you want to know about the SR-22? Well, it's a single-engine aircraft that you can procure in a 4 or a 5-seat configuration. It is composite. It's been built since 2001 by Cirrus Aircraft out of Duluth, Minnesota. The SR-22 is based on the SR-20. It's got a larger wing and a higher fuel capacity, and a more powerful 310 horsepower engine. It's also worthy of noting that this is actually the first aircraft in the general aviation industry to have a full glass cockpit. So, here we go. So what else would you want to know? Crew of 1, 4 passengers, length 26 feet, wingspan 38 feet 4 inches, height 8 feet 11 inches, empty weight 2,269 pounds, gross weight 3,600 pounds, fuel capacity 92 US gallons or 348 liters, and comes complete with a Continental 6-cylinder engine cranking out 310 horsepower. And the prop is a 3-bladed prop. Performance data. Cruise speed 211 miles an hour, stall speed 60 knots or 60 knots or 69 miles an hour. Range that varies depending on how much juice you're giving it. So 1,049 miles for nautical miles for standard. And if you're conserving power, 1,207. Service ceiling, 17,500 feet. And rate of climb, 1,270 feet a minute. So there we go. We're going to take a peek in 2024 at the aircraft. Plenty of chatter on the forums about the aircraft. So we're going to just take a fresh slate look at the plane. So the bugs and issues are well documented. So have a look at those. No major difficulties really with the aircraft itself. When I was working on this particular video, I did have a couple of strange occurrences in terms of just loading in the airfield. So. But that is not all that uncommon. Although I do have to say that it has gotten better. So grateful for that part. So thank you, Microsoft, for continuing to plow through the issues that we have been having. So let's go ahead and make our way over to our good old parking place over at First Flight, and we'll get the aircraft started, and we'll have a fly over to Manteo. Okay, so we're at First Flight on the ramp, and I've already started part of the walk around. A couple of things to take off with the aircraft. Engine cover off. I've already taken the tie downs. I removed those a minute ago. And here we go with the cover. All right. I think we've got everything. Just a good walk around. Oh, we've got the chocks. That would prove beneficial. Okay, this is the SR-22 Cirrus. And I thought we'd do something in a little brightly colored livery today. Let's jump in the plane. Okay. And here we are. All right, so let's go ahead and run the default camera views like we usually do. Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, 4 to the console, Control 5 to the floorboard. Lots of breakers here. Control 6, Control 7 to the co-pilot seat for whatever reason. Control 8 out the right wing, Control 9 out front, and then shift spacebar puts us back where we need to be. Okay, so fuel selectors are in the center console here. No surprises there. The avionics, quite good. I was very impressed. I had a quick look at the instrument panel earlier, but it's quite impressive. All right, so in the way of a startup procedure, this is, relatively straightforward. All right, so we'll go ahead and get our battery on, alternator on, navigation, avionics master to come on. All right, it will get aligned here in a moment. Master caution is telling us we've got the battery engaged. Yes, we do. Look around for ground crew. Clear prop. And let's start this sucker. All right, so one of the things that I did want to point out with the aircraft is the avionics panel just works very, very nicely. And you can zoom in and zoom out on the map quite easily. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to Manteo. And I could click here and use my keyboard, but I'm actually going to use the buttons on the center console here. Okay. K. M. Q. I. Dare County. Activate. I think we will. It'll be a short flight. Anyway, the controls here work very, very nicely. Lots of different map options. I'm going to leave that for you to explore on your own, but it's very, very well done. It's actually a pleasure to use. So you've also got the ability here to turn on autopilot and handle some of your instrument settings here in terms of all that fun stuff if you don't have hardware installed. But I'm changing frequencies and that kind of fare on my instrument panel that I have. All right. Well, let's get some lights on. And the nav lights on. Landing lights on. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the pitot heat on too. Jump outside. Really like the livery. Kind of digging that. Alright, so the other thing that I would point out here is you do have control over the avionics brightness. You can turn that up. And glare shield lighting if you need that as well. So, located here at the pilot's left top panel. Anti-icing kind of stuff is located over here as well. Alright, I think we're good to go. Alright, so like we have been doing in the past, we are going to rejoin over at the end of runway 3, and then we will proceed. Okay, so we're sitting at the end of runway 3. We are configured for takeoff. We have flaps set at 16. And we're going to make our way over to Manteo. Short little circuit here. Just to kind of check out the plane. Let's go ahead and get going. And we are up. And we'll take our usual route here. Flaps coming up. Pretty good shot of first flight. And we'll get ourselves turned to the east-southeast here. Alright, so there are quite a few issues that are documented over on the official forums. I'm not going to flog those, so check those out at your leisure. Perhaps it's just me, but I do find the throttle control to be a little, it just feels kind of off to me. But I don't have any real seat time in a plane like this. But just in terms of comparing it to other planes in the sim, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It's a nice looking plane. Let's run up some RPM here and gain some altitude. Let's see what it'll do. Good healthy vertical speed rate here. See what it does, holding airspeed. Alright, it's gaining airspeed at 1350 vertical rate. I am curious to see what it will do on a stall. If I had to guess, I would say this was probably going to try to kill us. We'll see. Yep. Not terrible. Okay. So I can be corrected. It wasn't as violent as I thought it was going to be. Alright, we'll start getting ourselves slowed down here. We'll just have a nice circuit. Okay. Continuing to drop altitude. And let's jump back in the plane. And we're getting down toward the white arc. Alright, so we can go ahead and put in our first notch of flap here. Get ourselves pointed at Jockey Ridge State Park ahead of us. And we will make a very short turn to base and right on to finals. Okay, altitude at 1,200 feet. We can go ahead and turn. Thank you, 500 or 50, 400, 350, 300, 250, 200, 150. Alright, our way down here. almost made that first taxiway. All right. Welcome to Manteo. SR-22. Cirrus. I think the plane flies fine. I think they have addressed a few of the issues that were reported over on the forums. We have a couple of people that use this on group flights. So yeah, I'll be using it some. Tell me what you think of the SR-22 in the comments below. Get the parking brake on here. Alright, if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. Love to have you as a channel member. More fun to follow. I do hope everybody is keeping well. Welcome to Manteo. And until next time, cheers, y'all.